So about us. My name is Victor Fernandez, and I'm here with the manager.
Hi, my name is Harold Cummings.
And MJ Tradeline specializes in providing trade lines to individuals looking to improve their credit scores. We have lines for CPN users and Social Security number users. We have the largest variety out of any trade line company. There's one or two that are comparable to us. And we do have really good prices as well. So a lot of like I would even say half of our clients are regular people that want to repair their own credit and add trade lines, kind of like trying to get a loan or a house or car. And then the other half of our clients are like, in a way, they're resellers or brokers. They own their own. They generally are like a credit repair company, and then they resell them to their clients for for a profit. And then at the same time, it helps their clients increase their credit. All right, cool. So a trade line is any account that appears on your credit report. Different types of trade lines include mortgages, auto loans, student loans, furniture loans, jewelry loans, installment loans, and of course, credit cards of all types. We sell authorized user trade lines, which means you can pay to become an authorized user on someone else's credit card. This account will then appear on your credit report showing your authorized user status. So like the term is quote unquote called piggybacking off of someone's great credit history. All right, so um, sometimes people don't know what a CPN is because SSN means, of course, Social Security number. You can add a trade line to your Social Security number, but there are these things called CPNs. So a CPN is a 9-digit number that's formatted just like a Social Security number. It may also be called a credit privacy number, credit profile number, or credit protection number, CPN. Companies that sell CPNs to consumers market them as a way to hide bad credit history or bankruptcy. And at the end, so I've always been nervous in honesty because like we get a lot of people asking us if we sell CPNs, and I've never wanted to sell them just for the sake of liability, because what some people do is sometimes they kind of have they're cool, they're completely legal, but the sometimes there's bad apples that go get CPNs, they add trade lines, and then they go get out debt, on that CPN, a loan or whatever, and then they don't pay it. So like at that point, it's fraud, and so that's why sometimes it has a negative connotation. So that's what's always made me nervous to sell CPNs. But at the end, we have a manual that shows you how to create your own CPN if you guys are interested. So I'll explain that at the end.
And Victor touched base on the bad ways to use a CPN. But a good example would be maybe to get an apartment. That's a good way of adding a trade line to your CPN for reasons of good purposes like that. But CPNs have a bad rep, but they have good purposes such as this.
All right, guys. So why buy trade lines? When you purchase trade lines, you'll be added as an authorized user on the card that you chose. So we email you this list, and we have about usually 800 per month. So you basically just choose one. In turn, this will reflect on your credit report and may improve your credit score. So we say may because like we don't, at the end of the day, like we don't um, guarantee a score amount. Because at the end of the day, it's like that's out of our hands. That is up to the three credit bureaus. So like what we guarantee is that the trade line will post to your credit report two out of the three bureaus. So that's why we say may improve your credit score. And it'll also increase your revolving limit. Creditors will be more likely to qualify you for a loan, a house, credit cards, and other goals. And just like I was telling the realtor that was in the group, what's neat about it too is like adding a tray line or two. Say you buy two $200 tray lines and you can raise your credit score and say you go get a house or a car, you're gonna uh, qualify for a better loan amount, which will save you thousands. So it's like if you really think about it, it's a $400 investment, and then you're gonna save like thousands over the life of a mortgage loan or of a car loan. So it's such a good deal that I don't think people understand enough of the value of it.
So here I'm gonna explain how to read our list. I know a lot of you get it and are a little bit confused on how to read it. So I'll start with the first column. It's going to be the lender. So this is going to be the credit issuer that's going to populate on your report when you buy the trade line. Column two is going to be the account age. This account age will reflect on your report on how old the account is. Um, Column three is going to be the limit. This is going to be the limit that will reflect on your report. So the two things to look at when getting a trade line are going to be the account age and the limit. That's what's going to improve the most. So you go for the highest limit you could afford, and then the oldest age in your budget that you're looking for in a trade line. Column four is going to be how many of spots of this trade line we have left over. So five people would still buy the first one, for example. Column five is going to be the purchase price. So for the first one, Wells Fargo, this one's going to be 550, for example. And column six is going to be the statement date. So the statement date is going to be when you need to purchase this trade line by. You could buy it before, but not after. You could even buy it the same day. This gets confused on when the trade line will post to your report. Trade lines will post 7 to 10 days after this statement date. So right here is going to be some proof of postings. For example, this is our Barclays line. It's going to show authorized user status. And once you click this box, it's going to expand into here. It's going to show active, never late. It's going to show authorized user status. And here's an example from our list of which line that was. So next is going to be how to get the trade line to post. So these instructions are provided after you purchase. So I just want to go over them with you as people see them a lot. So the first step is to create a login and merge the trade line's address. Each of our trade lines has their own address associated with them. You're going to first make sure you do not have a fraud alert or freeze on your report. If you're unsure, you could find out by just calling each bureau. Next, if you don't have a monitoring site, we have some that we recommend, such as MyScoreIQ. But you could pretty much use any monitoring site that has a 3 bureau report, not Credit Karma, for example. CPN users are going to need a TransUnion account along with another one such as Experian or MyScoreIQ. Once created, you're going to merge the address that we provided for the trade line. You're just going to log into whichever site you chose, go to the account settings, look for the address tab, and swap it for the trade lines. If it asks if you've been at the address for more than 6 months, you're going to click yes. 7 to 10 days from the statement date, you're going to pull a 3 bureau report. If you do not pull the 3 bureau report, your line will only post to 1 bureau.
And that's because it's not that it will post to just one bureau, but you will only be able to see it because you need to pull a 3 bureau report. So sometimes, like for example, say you have Experian.com, it'll say, "Hey, do you want to pull an Experian report?" And usually you can pull like a lot of those per month, like 10 of them per month. But it says you have to sometimes pay for a 3 bureau report, or you have to wait every first of the month, and it'll give you a new 3 bureau report. So it's not that your line won't post on 1 bureau; it's just you won't see it. So you have to get an updated 3 bureau report. If that makes sense.
Right, just make sure you look at the address of your report once checking. If you bought multiple lines that do have a different address, that's when you'll go to step 5. Merge the second address and repeat the steps. Pull a report 7 to 10 days after the statement date. and repeat if you have multiple addresses. This next step is an as needed step. It's what's called a hard pull. Um, Hard pulls are needed for CPNs if they aren't able to post naturally, or sometimes for SSNs as well. So you would go to CapitalOne.com. You would apply for the credit card, the Platinum credit card, using the address. This is an example address here, the 123 Street. You're gonna wait 48 hours, and then you're gonna pull a new report, a three bureau report. And right here is a video that we're gonna include with each order also, is just me showing you how to do these steps that are pretty simple.
And guys, it seems like a lot, but it's actually really simple, and we'll walk you through it. And also, yeah, it's pretty simple. And then number two is we also have a VIP program. It's $100, and we basically do all this for you. But here we go. Here's a link.
Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to merge and understand our instructions on how to get the line to post. So when you order a trade line from us, you'll receive a confirmation email, which will look like this. It's going to show that your line was confirmed, the trade line that you purchased. It's going to have your information you provided that you want on the line, and then the address for the trade line will be here. So in the instructions, it's going to say make sure you have no fraud alerts or freezes on your report. Um, to find out if you do, you'll know in your credit report, it'll have some sort of warning that you do have one, or you have had to put it on yourself, so I'm sure you would be aware if it's on or not. If you're unsure, you could call each bureau directly and make sure it's not on there, and if it is, have it removed right away before buying. So after that, if you already have a credit monitoring site, you could use most, but if you don't, we have some recommendations here. So it's going to be My Score IQ, which is the preferred one. Make sure to use our offer code to get a good deal on it. The next one's freecreditreport.com, transunion.com, Experian.com. We don't accept Credit Karma. So if you're using an SSN, you just need one of these sites. But if you're using a CPN, you'll need either an Experian.com or a MyScore IQ, along with the transunion.com. We can't guarantee posting to a CPN without a transunion.com login. So once you create it, let's say this person's using an SSN and they have Experian.com. So what we'll do is we'll get the trade lines address and we'll go through these steps. We're going to log in, which I already did here. I'm going to go to the account and then I'm going to go to the settings address here, and then I would update the trade lines address here. From there, I would click continue. If it asked me if I've been here for at least 6 months, I would click yes. And that's about it. After that, the statement date for this trade line is today, the 31st. 7 to 10 days after the statement date, which would be the 6th, I would go back to my monitoring site here, and I would purchase a new report. And the way you do that is, I already refreshed one today, so I'm unable to, but it would have it right here. It would say click, instead of having the date here, it would have to pull a new report. And that's about it. The steps are pretty easy. Thank you.
Okay, so yes, that's the link that you'll get that pretty much just runs down through these instructions that look like they may be a lot, but they're really quite simple. So these are going to be some important guidelines that you see all over our emails, so I just wanted to break them down. The first one's going to be cards with an asterisk next to it are not CPN friendly and would require a picture of an SSN and an ID to confirm that you are using an SSN. Trade lines of the same color have the same address. Amex lines will show the date when the authorized user was added instead of the opening date of the card. Amex is the only line that does this. So it's not going to show the age of the credit line. It's going to show the date it was reported to your credit report. Again, the lines with an asterisk next to it are not CPN friendly. After you order, we will provide the address for your tray line to be merged to your credit login, as I just showed you. All tray lines purchased are valid for 30 days. We guarantee it'll be posted for 30 days. Hard pulls and address changes are required to help get the bureaus to merge with your credit report, as we showed you in the last slides.
All right, so basically how to purchase from us, it's pretty easy. You really just choose from the list that we send to you. We send it every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If you email us to send you a fresh list, we can always send you a fresh list. So basically just choose a line, then send your payment. So we have bank transfer, we have wire transfer, ACH transfer, Bitcoin, Ethereum. Hardly people do Ethereum. Our Bitcoin transactions have been, a lot of people have been sending them lately. It's just getting more common. We don't take credit card for the tray lines, just because we take CPNs and we've had people do fraud. Like we've had $1,500 of tray lines, and then we get them to post, and then we'll have unscrupulous people say that they wasn't them or whatever. So that's the reason why we don't accept tray lines with credit cards. And then you basically just send us proof of your payment, and then we're like, okay, cool, we have your tray line, and then after we would need the first name, the last name, the date of birth, and the 9-digit number of the SSN or the CPN that you would like to buy, or that you would like it added to. I'm sorry. Okay, cool. So this is how to. A lot of people were interested in like half of the people that buy from us are basically like resellers. So they'll use us as the wholesale tray line inventory, and you basically can add them to your client's credit reports. So we welcome brokers and resellers of our tray lines. You're welcome to resell our tray lines to your clients. And then here's a YouTube video where I kind of explain it. Hey guys, this is Victor from MJ Tradelines. I am making this video for brokers, affiliates, owners of credit repair companies that resell our tray lines, or honestly just anyone that wants to make a profit reselling our tray lines. So if you click the link that I sent you, it should be a Google Doc. On the left, it should say updated list or broker list. And if you, on the first tab is our updated list of tray lines. And so this is our updated list of tray lines in real time. So when we get an order, we're constantly changing this or deleting them off this list. And if you look to the left, this is the types of tray lines that they are, or the types of lenders. The second is the account age, basically how old it is. This is the limit, how big the credit card is. This is how many spots we have for this tray line per month. This is the price, this is how much it costs, and this is the statement date. And so if you click the next tab, this is our order instructions. We also send this out via email as well. And these are the two that you're wanting to click if you guys are going to resell our tray lines. So plus 100 is really just like what it sounds like. It's adding $100 to all these prices, and plus 200 is adding $200 to these prices. So if you look at this first one, it's adding $100 to this one, so it's $480. And if you click plus 200, it added $200. So it did that for all of the lines. And well, just hit us back if you have questions. And again, so if you're selling one, for example, say you sell one to your client for $580, you would just send us this price and you would keep the $200 for yourself. So it's like an easy way to just, so say you're just going to send this out, control copy, and then just email that to your client and just say, hey, go ahead and pick one or two of these, etc. And then again, they don't know the pricing. So this is built in $100 profit for you. This is built in $200 profit for you. You might not want to add anything more than 200 just to be, I don't know, just to be ethical and, just to do right by the customer. And again, if you guys have any questions, just email us at info@mjtradelines.com. Thank you, guys. All right, cool. And then, so if you want us to also to send you that link, just message us and we could send you the broker list link. So that adds 100 to 200. So just message us and we could send that to you. Or I'm sorry, send your email in the chat and we can send it to you. Cool. All right, cool. And then here's a testimonial. Brian gives his review of MJ Tradelines. He is a broker that sells our Tradelines to his clients to make extra money and to help his clients increase their credit.
Yo. Man, I need to go check out MJ Tradelines, bro. Best trade line service I've had so far. I bought the trade line 2 days before the statement day. Score showed up 3 days after that. I can't complain. Y'all go check them out. Look, I even got proof. Score posted on 3 bureaus, even on Credit Karma. So, man, I need to go really check them out. This is just for one of their trade lines right here. 734, as y'all can see, man. I need to go tap in with them, bro. Get yourselves right, man. They looking out for people, man. They giving out deals. I gotta go check them out, man.
All right, cool. So that's one testimony from one of our brokers, Ryan. He's a big purchaser. There's another testimony from Janika. She owns a credit repair business as well. And so here we go.
Hello, my name is Janika. I am the owner of a small business called The Natural Renaissance located in Charlotte, North Carolina. My business is responsible for assisting clients with credit replenishing, credit repair, as well as credit building. A lot of my clients do find it difficult after they have went through the credit repair process of getting approved for credit lines, being that after your credit is done being repaired, you currently have no positive history being reported to it. I have found a great solution to this issue. I have been using it since 2020. It is a website called MJ Tradelines. The first thing you're going to see is this screen where you're going to enter in all of your information, which in receipt of this, you'll receive an email that will give you access to being able to do the same that you are seeing here. Once you have enrolled into this form, you'll begin receiving daily, weekly, monthly updates in regards to the available trade lines that become available for you to utilize to be able to register onto your credit history, regardless if you're using it with a client or yourself. So in this video, you're going to see the process. I basically go in here, look at the current trade line list, email and tell them which one I would like, put my client's information in, and there you have it. Once you have submitted your payment, you're going to receive a confirmed email, and it's going to let you know that your trade line has been posted, and you're just going to allow time for it to post. Watch. As you can see, I've had multiple successful purchases. I really enjoy using this site. How about you take a try?
And then real quick, so we had updated our site or landing page. Like we like really don't have like a website. We mainly just do it for we send everything out via email. And it's something that I've done on purpose. But on our if you go to mjtradelines.com, if you now see it has full name, email, and phone number. So if a lot of you guys have our long time have been on our email list, we just added phone numbers, so we actually have tech support also. So if you go back and add your phone number on there, you could text us for regarding your clients if you have questions, just for faster support. Just so you guys know. All right, cool. So, and again, it's MJ Tradelines. If you want to email us anything, it's info@mjtradelines.com. Questions, if you guys want to just message us any questions, go ahead and message us them, and me and Harold will answer them. To place your first order, please email us at info@mjtradelines.com, which trade line you want after, of course, after the webinar. One thing that I did want to tell you guys, because like I mentioned earlier, we get a lot of people asking us about CPNs, right? Like, do we sell them, etc. So we don't sell them, but we have even something better. We have a manual that shows you basically how to make your own CPN. And one of the things that we have also is it's a DIY credit repair kit that's included with all this. So a lot of this is really good because we have a lot of credit repair owners in the group, and it does add up to repair your credit. It's usually maybe between $500 to $1,000, or maybe $1,500. So we're selling a DIY credit repair kit for just $79, and it comes with two bonuses, which is how to remove inquiries in 48 hours and how to create your own CPN. So if you just click that link, we'll send it in the box. Real quick. So okay. So this is the credit repair bundle. It's just $79. It comes with all this. Look, the credit repair process, dealing with credit repair debt collectors, learning about 609 letters, how to send dispute letters, comes with everything that you need to know. Here's a few reviews. I'll just add this one real quick.
Hey man, what's going on? It's your man Ziam tapping in with y'all, and I just wanted to give a quick review about MJ Tradelines with y'all. I've been dealing with them for a few years. They worked on several of my clients' accounts, and I can't lie, man, they don't miss. Trustworthy business first and foremost. Never did no funny business with me. Lines always post when they supposed to, and if it's ever a mishap on their end, they quick to fix it. Even in some instances, which they're not liable to, they fixed it when I messed up on my end. But with that being said, man, I think if you ever need a distributor for trade lines, somebody that's trusted, affordable for trade lines, you need to go tap in with my people over there at MJ Trade Lines, man. They'll get you right.
Okay, so this DIY credit repair, I'll go real quick because I know some people aren't interested. They're just interested in the trade lines. But so the DIY credit repair bundle, it's everything to repair your own credit. So $79, and it comes with two bonuses: how to remove hard inquiries in 72 hours, and how to create your own CPN. And if you think about just what credit repair companies, there's some I used to, because we were in funding before, and I used to pay this guy $75 per inquiry to remove the inquiries like in 24 to 48 hours. And so we would get funding more, we were getting people 20, 30, 40 more thousand by removing the inquiries. So it was like way worth it for us to spend $100 per inquiry. But this bonus just shows you how to do it yourself, which is pretty cool. And those that own their own credit repair company, this is good for you also to resell to your clients. Like I give you permission to resell this to your clients. So like if you just buy it for $79, and so say you get a client that doesn't want to move forward with your done for you credit repair services, you can actually just say, hey, would you be interested in this do-it-yourself credit repair bundle? because they're not moving forward with you because of the price. You know what I mean? And you're not going to close every single customer um, to repair their own credit, to do their credit for them. So this is a good way to pay for your leads. And then how to create your own CPN. I think it's like way worth it because like people charge just to usually make you a CPN. Usually they charge about $200. So we'll send this link in the chat if you guys were interested also. And then if you guys want to message us any questions, Harold, can you put that link in the chat? And then also if you could put the link for the broker link also. Yeah, someone's asking, do you sell how to make CPN by itself? Yeah, so that link, just copy and paste it. We're gonna send you the link shortly. But yeah, so that link basically will show you how to make your own CPN. So we're selling all that for $79. It's really not what we do. It's just kind of like what a lot of people ask us for. So we're just providing it, in all honesty. How can we do, Malichi's asking, how can we do this without a hard pull? Because we ordered one trying to try it out, and it's been 9 days and it hasn't posted on bureaus, and we did all the steps. So it'll post 7 to 10 days after the statement date. So you're still in the timeline. If you just message us, we'll help you. We'll do the soft pull. So we'll help you, Jasper. So just email us and we'll help you. Can I get a link for the brokers? Yes, Harold's working on sending it. Or it's actually we just put it in the link that we just sent. That's for the DIY credit repair bundle. So we just send it to you guys if you guys are interested in that. Stan's asking, hey, can I get the link for the brokers? No, the link that shows plus 100 plus 200. Okay, so we're adding that in the shortly, Stan. Let's see. I'm just going over the questions that you guys are putting in the chat. Do you have to buy more than one tray line or should one be fine? It kind of depends. It depends on the credit file. Like, honestly, I recommend two, not because like we run the tray line company, but usually it's two is good. Some people buy more. I don't know where there's like a law of diminishing returns, like if you buy just too many, I would think two's good. You'll still be good with one, but again, it depends on your credit report, like what's on it. You know what I mean? For example, like say you only have two things on your credit report and you add one trade line, it's going to greatly affect your credit report. But say you have like 40 items on your credit report and you just add one trade line, it's probably not going to do like a lot. If that makes sense. So it depends on your credit report. Jessica's asking, do you supply business tray lines or steps? So we do have some business tray lines. We haven't marketed them yet, but if you message us your email, Jessica, and we could start with you. That'd be cool. All right. So how long will the tray line stay on my credit report? We guarantee at least 30 days. So most likely it'll stay longer, but we just guarantee it'll stay 30 days. So in that like 30-day time frame, that's when you apply for your credit goal. Like say you're trying to qualify for a house, a car, you do that within that 30-day period. Andre is asking, no, I'm talking about the credit repair kit and how to make your own CPN kit. So we just added it in the chat. If you look, it should say go mjtradelines.com DIY credit kit. So that's the CPN and the DIY kit. So if you guys want to buy that, again, we sell it cheap, and we honestly have it cheaper than everybody else. And again, we just provided just because everyone's asking, and I didn't want to sell CPNs ourselves. Hey, Harold, do you want to explain the Amex trade line again? David was asking.
Okay, so for the Amex trade line, it's going to be the only trade line that doesn't report the age that's listed next to it. So say it says Amex opened in 2010 of August. It's going to show, say it posted to your report today, it's going to show February 6th, not the August 2010 listed next to it. Amex is going to be the only trade line that does this. That's why we have the warning about it at the top, or the advisory.
Andre says, I have the trade line list, but I paid and I don't have the CPN or the credit repair kit. Hey Andre, what did you pay for a trade line, or did you put because we barely sent the link out for the DIY credit repair kit and how to create your own CPN. So just to be transparent, like it doesn't come with like trade lines, or we haven't and we haven't marketed like that, at least, just so you know. Thornton is asking, do you do deals with 3 or more? Well, we usually will do a sale sporadically in the month. Was it 2 weeks ago? We just did a sale like 50% off. Sometimes we do buy 2, get 1 free. So we do them. We do keep our prices lower than everyone else's. So if you want to just keep a look out for our deals, Thornton. Hold on. So I'm just trying to read all the messages coming through. PGZ is saying, also for the trade line list, we select how much we are looking to make and then take the money off the cost. Yes, you're exactly right. So on the plus 100, it will add $100, and that $100 goes to you. You basically, so say a trade line costs $200, and then you click the plus 100 link, it'll show 300, and you just keep that 100 when you're sending us the cost of the trade line, or plus 200, and you keep 200 profit. Mr. Hawkins is asking, does the trade line spreadsheet update, or do we have to request a new spreadsheet every month? So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we'll send an email out with the updated list, and it doesn't update automatically. But when you first opt in, we can send you a list like that Google sheet, and it'll update automatically. Like it's like whenever we're buying one, you can even see when someone's buying a trade line because like we're deducting it. So we just messaged you the link. It's the Google sheet. Someone's asking, so should we wait until there is no blemishes, collections, charge-offs, inquiries on credit report to add the trade lines? Yeah, I think it's best to do that. Correct. The professor's asking, I need a new source on trade lines and update on CPNs making. Okay, cool. So hopefully we could be your source, just messages if you have questions. And that DIY credit repair link has the CPN, how to make your own CPN manual in it. And then those of you that are buying the DIY credit repair kit with the how to remove inquiries in 48 hours and how to create your own CPN, it'll take, if you give it a few minutes to send, because it's like a lot of documents, so it may just take a bit to send to your email, just to let you guys know. Someone else is asking, how long is the 79 deal available? It said 3 minutes, laugh out loud. So I do a lot of marketing on Facebook, and so usually that's what we currently have. But so 79, it should be 79 bucks. Are they good for brand new CPNs with no score? I'm assuming you mean tray lines. So yes, you would just need to buy tray lines that are CPN friendly. And our email on our trade line list, it'll show you which trade lines are CPN friendly. Reno is asking, is there a way to remove collections? So we don't do credit repair ourselves, but we do provide that do-it-yourself credit repair kit to remove collections. Mr. Hawkins is saying, what's the longest a trade line has ever stayed on a report? Honestly, probably over a year or two because sometimes the cardholder will just forget to remove you or will just keep it on. So that's why we say it can possibly stay longer. Brittany is asking, what if the CPN is blank? Will the trade line post? Yes. So Brittany, what some people do is like once you get your CPN, what you have to do is do a tri-merge. So in that video, Harold showed how to do the tri-merge. We just started a YouTube channel. So if you search MJ Trade Lines, we have instructions on how to get your CPN to get a tri-merge. And then when you add trade lines, and then they'll post to your trade lines. Someone else is asking if you're owner of a primary, how can you sell with you guys? If you want to just message us, we're open to looking at that. So just email us. Someone manifest my vision is asking, do you have a tray line that's going to post on these CPNs? Yeah, we have a lot of CPN friendly tray lines. So the only ones that you cannot buy have a CPN is the ones with an asterisk. So if you just relook at our list and if you see a little asterisk next to it, that means those are for SSN only, Social Security numbers. So we have a big list CPN friendly. So someone's saying that they just bought the DIY kit for $79. Can you resend me the email? Yeah, just send your email to us just in case. But again, if you just give it a few minutes because it's like a ton of documents, so it's just going to take a bit to get to your email. So don't worry, it's working. It's just sending because it's a lot of documents. Someone's saying my client uses Credit Hero or Identity IQ for monitoring. Will they be able to see the postings of the tray lines? Yes. Yeah, that's what Identity IQ is the one we recommend. What is your Facebook? I will send me your email, Tracy, and I'll send it to you. I just have to get the link. Reno, yes, the kit that you just bought, you'll get the DIY credit repair kit, the how to remove inquiries in 48 hours, and how to create your own CPN. So yes, Reno. Someone else is asking, did you explain how the primary jury account works? You want to get that, Harold?
So no, we didn't touch base on that one. It's not going to be on our list of authorized users, just because it's our only primary. So with that one, we do have an application we'd send to you where you just fill out your normal information. The cost of the primary is 1,500. It's going to be a 15K jewelry primary that will post on your report for 6 months. It shows no history, but it is a primary account, so it'll pay itself down over those 6 months until paid in full.
And the company that I work with that does the primary, because like everything else we do in-house, the trade lines, but the primary is the one we have to work with a company, and we guarantee at least 6 months, but they most likely stay for a year, more or less, just to let you guys know. So Cartina is asking, do you all have lease trade lines for automobiles? No, sorry. Is there a different list for all the primaries? Yeah, so just message us your email and we'll send you the information on the primary. PGZ. Can you send me your Facebook as well? Yeah, no problem, Brittany. Let me see. I'm gonna scroll up because I missed a few. John's asking, is there any way to pay with debit for a trade line? We're not supposed to because the merchant account had said we're not supposed to because again, we mentioned earlier, we don't take credit card for it because we had people do fraud. So we would get people buy like 2,000 trade lines and then they would post to their report. We would have emails going back and forth saying, okay, cool. They'd post and then we would get them a month later and they would do fraud. They would call in as fraud. And then, so what sucks about it is we have to pay the cardholders that we work with, and they did their part and they added the tray lines, and then we're explaining to them that this person did fraud, and so it creates a big thing. So that's why we don't use debit and credit card for tray lines, but we have all those other ways, John. Bank transfer, wire transfer, Bitcoin, wire. I think I already said wire, but yeah. So just to answer your question. Let's see. You're an owner of a primary. How can we sell with you guys? Okay, answer that. If you missed the presentation, yeah, we'll have a recording. Send us your email and just say, hey, I want the recording. Message us or email us, and we'll send it to you. Y'all even been texting me, paid the money, so the kit comes in. Okay, y'all even been texting me. I paid the money already, so does the kit come in email or does it come in the mail? Because I want it and need it now, please. Yeah, it'll come in your email, Andre. If you just give it a few minutes, because it's a lot of documents, and so it does take a bit to send. And it's like a zip file. You have to unzip everything. It's so many files. And for any reason, if you don't get it, just email us and then we'll square you away. No worries. Also for the trade line list, we just select how much we are looking to make and then take money off the cost. Okay, I answered that. I'm just scrolling up at the email, at the messages we missed. Hello, I already paid for the credit repair bundle kit. I have the bank statement to prove it. I just want to know where the bundle is. Oh, okay, that's still Andre. Yeah, let me know if you don't get it, Andre, because it just takes a few. I think it takes like 10, 15 minutes for it to go through. How long? Let's see. I already answered those. Hey, Cartina. Harold just answered what the primary account is, but so I'll just kind of re-explain it. It's basically a jewelry account, and it shows it's as yours. So that's the difference between an authorized user, because we're adding you as to someone else's credit, but the primary will actually show it that you're the primary account holder. So yes, it is more expensive. It's $1,500. It's a $15,000 jewelry line that we have, and it'll stay for a minimum of 6 months, but most likely it'll stay for about a year. Chantel is saying, how long does it take for the line to show on your report after payment? So it actually, believe it or not, it actually doesn't even have to do with the payment. Like, so say you pay, cool, but it will matter when the statement date of their tray line is. So like today is the 6th, right? So if you get a tray line with the statement date of the 7th, so what we'll do is we'll contact the cardholder and we'll add your information to the tray line, and then 7 to 10 days after tomorrow is when your tray line will post. So just so you know, it's 7 to 10 days after your after the statement date of the tray line. And again, the statement date is located on the big list that we sent you of our tray lines. So just scroll and look where the statement dates are. Paul, hey, sorry, man. Sorry with the audio. Hopefully, we'll send you the recording. If you just message us and send you the recording, and then you could re-listen to it. John's asking, is the jewelry line the only primary account that you offer? Yeah, that's the only one. David's asking, do you have to create a public record after the trade line post? No, that's something you don't have to do. Unless are you talking for a CPN? If you can clarify, but I'm pretty sure no. Someone else is asking, good evening. Do you offer primary trade lines? No, sorry, we don't. Wall Street Ray is asking, do the different colors on the spreadsheet mean anything? Yes, they mean that they're from different areas or states. So for example, like I'm just making this up just as an example, but if you look at our list and say you see 6 green ones, that means that person's from Texas, and they have the same address. And if you see another one that's yellow, okay, maybe that person's from Arkansas. You see another one red, maybe they're from California. And so why that matters is sometimes people just pick a bunch of tray lines from, like 4 different ones or 4 different colors. So you're gonna have addresses on your credit report that'll show 4 different addresses, like one from Ohio, one from California, one from New York. And so when banks are looking at your credit report, they're looking at your credit report and they're seeing all these addresses and they're just confused. They're like, well, it's sometimes it's a red flag. So what I'm getting at is like you want to choose trade lines that are like it helps to choose them from the same color so they can have the same address because that makes the most sense. Because most people don't live in Ohio, Arkansas, New York, California, Texas. You know what I mean? It's a red flag. It can be a red flag for lenders. So again, just probably choose the same color is my recommendation. Harold's also saying it's easier for them to post as well. So he's the master at that. So Manifest My Vision is saying, so I'm looking at these trade line listings. Are we just marking up prices on trade lines of MJ trade lines? Question mark. Will this be how we make money? Yes, you can just mark up our trade lines, or if you click that link we sent you guys, there's a plus 100 tab and a plus 200 tab. It'll automatically add $100 profit for you or $200 profit for you. So yes, to answer your question. Can we pick any color as long as they're the same color, even if it's different from our home state? Yes, you can, but again, like Harold was mentioning, it's just recommended that you choose them from all the same color. And if you message us like, hey, which one, say you live in Texas, and just message us and say, hey, do you have any cardholders from Texas? Yeah, we can make sure that we tell you which ones. Cindy is asking for the $79 DIY. Do we have to pay $79 every time we sell that to our client or just one time? Cindy, just one time. So it's like the craziest ROI if you think about it. You just pay it one time and you can you can sell them to your clients. You have our permission. You can just sell them to your clients. James is asking, what's the best way to build a CPN? So in that DIY kit for 79 bucks, we have a manual that shows you how to create your own CPN, James. Jasper's asking, can we get a list of California trade lines? Yeah, Jasper, would you just message us your email and we can send you those over. Someone else is asking, would you recommend trade lines for an SSN that has inquiries but no negatives? Let's see, would you recommend trade lines for an SSN that has inquiries but no negatives? You might want to still remove inquiries because, so say you're gonna, I'm just assuming that you're gonna like get a car, a house, or a loan, right? So even if you add trade lines and you have too many inquiries, it's kind of like putting lipstick on a pig. Like you have to fix the inquiry problem first because, so say you have like 30 inquiries in the last 2 months and you add 2 trade lines, yeah, your credit score is going to increase. You're a little more likely to get a loan, but you have to fix the problem of having too many inquiries. So usually having 6 in the last 1 to 2 months per bureau is kind of too much. So I would remove the inquiries first and then add them. John's asking, would applying for a higher limit credit card as a primary be the best decision once y'all's trade lines post? Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yes. Are there any lenders who won't approve you because you have trade lines? No, not necessarily, but there's some banks or lenders that will see that you have a trade line. So some are automated, right? So sometimes you're applying for a credit card. It's good. They already have software that's already automated that can tell. Sometimes, a lot of the time, the loan approval process is also automated, and sometimes they can tell. But sometimes when you're looking at a credit report, sometimes they just go off to credit score, and sometimes the loan officers are people that are making the decisions, and they will most likely give you a loan for adding the trade lines. Sorry, we're just getting a million questions, so I'm trying to read them as fast as possible. Eric is asking, I have read where CPNs are illegal. Do you have any proof they are not? Yeah, also too, if you could send me the proof that CPNs are illegal, because like they're really not. We checked with the lawyer before, and what makes it illegal is it's if you really think about it, kind of like guns. You know, guns are not illegal. You can go use them. You can go shoot in the desert at the range. But what makes it illegal is people go shoot people, and that's what makes it illegal. It's the same thing with CPNs. People, it's actually legal to have them. Um, but what some people do is they'll go and build up the CPN, make it have good credit. Then they go get out a bunch of like loans or credit cards or debt on that CPN, and then they don't pay it back. And so it's not that CPNs are legal. It's like doing that is illegal because that's fraud. You know what I mean? So that is the difference, Eric. Someone else is asking, should you buy a trade line in the same state as yours, or does it matter? I would buy it in the same state. If you just email us, say, hey, I'm from Texas. Can you send me your Texas lines? We'll send them to you. It's not necessary though, just to be clear. Okay, cool. So I see your messages saying which states. And then eventually we're gonna put another tab on our list that'll show where our card holders are from, like it'll show Texas or California. Chantel's asking, if sold to our clients, do we just forward our clients the merge instructions as well? Yeah, so you can you can forward them the instructions and then just confirm with them that they added them. And it's really as simple as like you just go to your credit like Identity IQ, wherever your credit monitoring site is, and all you do is edit instead of your own home address, all you do is edit the as the address that we give you. So what that does is that sends like an alert to the credit bureaus, and that's how it posts to your credit report. So it's really as simple as that. So yes, Chantal. Jasper's saying, is there any way to find out what bureau the cards post to? No, so sometimes we can't control that. Sometimes Harold might know a few, so if you want to message us, but again, just know that we always guarantee at least 2 out of the 3 bureaus. So sometimes you'll get lucky and it'll be all 3 bureaus, and sometimes it'll just be 2. And it's just, again, it's just up to the credit bureaus. Reno's asking, are trade lines good for no doc loans? Yes. Yeah, we did those ourselves, Reno. So yeah, I know for sure. How long before we get the email? Ivan, what email are you referring to? Just to clarify. Charisma's asking, good evening once again. I would like to receive the link for the replay. No problem. We'll send it over. PGZ saying, consumer law, you need to read and learn about it. Great explanation. Okay, awesome. Which banks are best to get a no doc loan with CPN? No, that's not something that we do ourselves, but I would, like, if I were you, Reno, I would Google CPN funding or CPN credit funders or things like that, and you could probably find them. Manifest my vision saying running off with all the money is what gets people in trouble. Okay, I'm not. If you could clarify, I'm not sure what you mean. Jasper saying, also, is there a way to find out what bureaus the card's supposed to? Okay, just answer that. Next person saying, is getting a trade line good for credit card approval? 100%. Nikki's asking, do we have Georgia trade lines? Yeah, we sure do. Can you send me the Texas lines? Yes. Okay, cool, Eric. That's awesome. Eric says that he looked online and saw that lawyers have researched and responded, knowing that CPNs are legal. Yeah, again, they just get a bad rep because what people do is they, sometimes it's just too tempting for someone because sometimes it's not their own social security number. So sometimes I think it's just too much like power for them and they feel that they shouldn't be able to pay the loan. So sometimes that's what happens. And then sometimes people get caught and then they get in trouble. You know what I mean? Because it's fraud at the end of the day. Oliver, do you want to answer this one, Harold? What's the difference between a CPN and a profile? So I think you mean a CPN and an SSN.
So the difference between a CPN and SSN is SSN is going to be your social security number, and a CPN is a credit privacy number. There's different terms for it. It's basically an alternative to your social that you build up just the same to use for the same purposes you would when applying with your social.
All right, cool. So John's asking, question about student loans. Does adding a train line still help if I have student loans? They're all current and the oldest is 14 years. Yes, they would. Yeah, so if they're current, yeah, you'll be fine. Usually student loans and medical bills and things like that are shown are factored in less with banks just to give you just so you guys know. Like if you're qualifying, if you're trying to get a car, for example, what banks look at more is they'll actually, instead of just looking at your score or your past loans, they'll look at your revolving credit and your, if you have previous vehicle loans, did you pay late on those? So they look at more. Stan is asking, I'm interested in business trade lines also. I want the recording also. Cool, Stan. If you just message us your email and we'll send that over to you. Ivan said I purchased a $79 kit, so I was waiting to get it to my email. Oh, okay, cool. So again, it's a large zip file. So it just takes I think it takes like 10 to 20 minutes to get to your email. So don't stress, it'll get sent. And worst case, just email us info@mjtradelines.com and we can resend it to you like if it doesn't go through, but it'll send, Ivan. Someone else is asking, so the trade lines only stay in your report for a short period of time and then it disappears forever. So it stays on your report for at least 30 days is what we guarantee. And then it actually doesn't disappear on your report. It'll stay on your report, but it'll show as closed. So it'll still benefit you, but it benefits you more when it's open, just to clarify. Yeah, we do have Florida trade lines, so we'll send you those as well. Someone else is saying, I'm sorry, I don't know if you answered my question, but if you did, I missed it. Can getting a trade line higher your chance for credit card approvals? Yes, 100%. So that's one of the main reasons why people buy them. And Harold is suggesting I do a sale, like if you guys, for all you guys that have stayed on the webinar, just like as a, I don't know, just as a bonus, if you guys, someone else was asking, hey, do we do a sale if you buy 3? So like we'll do for you guys is we'll do buy 2 get 1 free. So if you guys just email us, say, hey, I was on the webinar, I'll do buy 2 get 1 free. Just let us know. In a way, it's like 33% off. So just message us. So we're doing that for you guys that are on the webinar. Hey, Raylon, yes, we will send you a replay. Just message us your email. David is asking, do you have to use a different address when applying for a CPN? Do you have to use a different address when applying for a CPN?
So you're going to use the address of the trade line or the address of your CPN number. So whoever made your CPN, if you made it yourself, there's going to be an address tied to it. So you would use that address.
And then remember, guys, we just started doing tech support. So if you go to mjtradelines.com and then refill your name, email, and then add your phone number, you'll start getting our text support and marketing, and then you can ask us questions, and so it's a lot faster, or it's more real time. So if you just go back to mjtradelines.com, you can add your phone number. Someone's asking how many years of history is good for a trade line. So there's not a real definitive answer. It kind of depends more on your credit report, like what you're looking for in your credit goal. But at least maybe a rule of thumb would be at least 2 years, in my opinion, is good. Eric saying, when I apply for a car loan and any other loan, they ask for my social security number. Do I have to tell them I'm using a CPN or can they already tell? So I've heard people get car loans with their CPNs. So I'm not, yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I have the knowledge because we haven't done it. Um, Technically, like according to the law, is any government agency that asks for your social security number, you have to provide it. So like if you're going to get a mortgage, because that's backed by Fannie Mae, you have to provide your social. If you're doing a student loan, that is the Department of Education, and so that's the government, so you have to provide your SSN. But like if you're going to an apartment complex, it's not the government, so you can give them your CPN or yeah. So that's what my understanding of the law is. So I know about the car, like a car loan. Do you have to? I'm not 100% sure. I would think you can give them your CPN, but I would just double check online. You just because I don't know 100% certain. Let's see. How could I get a recording for this? I lost connection for a while. Hey, Mark, just send me your email in the chat and just say, hey, I want a recording, and we'll send it over to you. Pamela's asking, hey, I'm interested in the recording also too. Yeah, so just send me your email and we will send you the recording. Epic U is saying, hey, can we get extended for a longer period of time for 30 days? So one of the things that I wanted to start doing, because like right now we actually don't have an option for that. Instead of you could just repurchase the line. But what I want to start doing is I want to start doing a um like a trade line that will stay on your credit report forever. And so it won't be as expensive as like the trade line, but it'll be cheap, like $35 a month or $40 a month or something like that, where it'll stay on your credit report forever so you can constantly get the benefit of having that trade line. I just haven't launched it yet, but that's one of the things that I'm gonna bring soon. Belizean King. Oh, that's cool. I went to Belize. It's so cool over there. Can I use Belizean King is asking, can I use a CPN as a PG, which means personal guarantee for a business line of credit? Can I use a CPN as a PG? I would try it, but like again, that's something that's out of our wheelhouse. We just provide trade lines that post to your credit report, right? But what I would do, like if I were you, like say I was trying to do what you're doing, is I would try adding my CPN as a PG and then go apply for something like a small amount. And if you're getting denied right away, then most likely it's not working. And then you should go change it. So that would be a way to test it. I know it doesn't seem like rocket science, but yeah, that's how I would do it. Shamil's asking, I thought closed credit cards accounts hurt your credit score. No, they don't. They don't hurt your score, but it's because like what you're doing. Because sometimes, so say your credit score was a 700, and then you add a trade line to your report, then it jumps up to 740, and then so say that trade line closes down, it'll still benefit you. It'll still go, it can possibly go down to like 720 or 730, but it's not going to hurt your score. It's actually showing proof that you were positive history or that you had responsibility with that trade line. So it doesn't hurt it. It definitely won't hurt it. Epic U is, do you guys still do credit repair leads? Yeah, we do. We haven't marketed them, but we do credit repair leads. And Epic U is asking because like I used to market, hey, do you guys want to buy credit repair leads? Because like our trade line list, we're a 7-figure company. We built the database through Facebook ads and emails and texting, and so we're like I'm pretty good at marketing. Harold right here is great at the trade lines, and so we have people asking us for credit repair leads, but yeah. So if you just email us and we could hook you up. Someone else is asking, can you send me the Maryland trade lines and the Zoom reply? Yes, sir. Jessica's asking, what if I purchase a primary? Can I still get that percentage off? Unfortunately, we don't because we have a hard cost because we work with the company that does the primary. So that's the only thing that we really can't do like a deal on. I know it's kind of expensive, but it's a 100% legit and it posts. And if it doesn't post for any reason, you know, we refund you. It usually takes like it does kind of take a bit to get post to your credit report, Jessica. The primary takes like 30 to 60 days to add to your report. Um, but once it's on your report, your score jumps up and stays there for at least 6 months. And but most likely it'll stay for around a year. So it's a pretty good deal. Michelle's asking, I know a couple people who use the CPN to buy a house through Rocket Mortgage, bought trailers and opened bank accounts. I'm new to this and want to know how safe this is. I know the law says that anything that had to do with the mortgage, you're not supposed to give them your CPN. So that's what my understanding of the law is. But again, we just provide tray lines and we post it to your credit report. So it's really a little out of our wheelhouse, Michelle. But yeah, I would just do research online just to double check. You know, you just don't want to accidentally break the law or anything. So a lot of people are asking for the replay. So someone's asking, buy 2 tray lines, get 1 free deal for being on a call. Yes. So just message us and the only people on the call are going to know about the deal. So we'll know you guys were on the call. So just message us and let us know what tray lines, and the basically the cheapest tray line is the free one. John's asking, would getting a tray line and having it drop 30 days later increase risk of a new credit card company reducing your limit? No. They would only really reduce it is if you start getting a lot of maybe collections and they're starting to see you as risky. So having a tray line close will definitely not.
Or not using the credit line, they'll reduce it.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely agree with that. I would like to buy 2. Okay, cool. So the person that's asking that's going to buy 2, remember, for staying on the call, you'll get 1 free. So just message us or pick 3 tray lines and then just know that the cheapest tray line will be the free one. So if you want to pick them all around the same price would be the best option. PGZ is asking, you can give the CPN number, but people go about it wrong. So that is how they get messed up, and the profile needs to be built all the way up. Yeah, exactly. So we're getting a lot of people asking for the recording. Definitely would love that if you can have it charged monthly. Yeah, John. So I'm working on that. So I will do that maybe by the end of the month. Someone else is asking, if I put 20,000 tray lines on my profile, will I get offers for 20,000 from creditors? Not necessarily. It doesn't mean I honestly wish it was that easy, but it kind of depends on your credit report, right? Is this a CPN? Is this your own social security number? Do you already have good credit? Do you have negatives on your report? Do you only have 1 credit card on your credit report, or do you have like 20 things on your credit report? So all those are factors that will determine how much you can get. So it really just depends on that. So there's not like a clear answer. It's think of credit trade lines as like credit boosts, but there's not like a definitive answer that you will get exactly this amount. You know what I mean? Let's see. Someone else is asking, hey, if I'm rebuilding my credit and have it cleaned up, is there a better way to get tray lines added to my credit when it's cleaned up, or can I add it now during the process to help boost my score? You can add it now to boost your score, but in all honesty, like I would wait till you clean all your negatives first, and then add the tray lines. That's what I would do. That's the best way to get the best to max out the cost for your tray lines. And then while the tray lines on your report for those at minimum 30 days, then go apply for, your loan, house, credit cards, whatever credit goal you have. Uncle Joe is asking, don't vendors know the difference between AU and primary and then consider that AU when granting loans? So yes, they can tell, but again, all these adding tray lines definitely helps. A primary is extremely beneficial because that's your own primary account. We have a primary as well. Um, but yeah, they definitely help. But yeah, some vendors can tell and some vendors honestly just don't. Let's see. So someone else is asking, so when the trade line posts and your score goes up, how much does it drop when it closes, if at all? I don't have a definitive answer for that. It can drop a little bit, but it's not gonna drop more than you had it before the trade line posted, 100%. Jessica is saying if you have a special, so it's no discount. So Jessica, for everyone that's on the webinar currently, if you buy two, you will give you one tray line for free, and that's for everyone that stayed on the webinar, not for everybody else. So just email us and tell us which tray line you want for free. We could do that. Rhonda's asking, how do I purchase the $79 DIY kit plus the how to remove inquiries in 48 hours and the how to create your own CPN manual? Do you think you could re-put it in the chat so everyone can have it?
Yes, let me put it in the chat one more time. It's going to be this link.
And I'll answer the next question while Harold does that. What is a primary and a CPN in a nutshell? Okay, so a primary is basically so a tray line, if you think about it, is we're adding you to someone else's credit card in good standing, right? So that's a tray line. That's an authorized user tray line. So a primary is when you own you're the primary account holder. So that's what a primary is. And hold on, let me see the. I'm sorry, I just can't see the questions. Let me see. Where were we at? Oh,
I believe
CPN. They're asking what a CPN is. So CPN is a 9-digit number. It's a credit privacy number. It is a right that the government gave us. Sometimes it gets a bad rep because sometimes people get a CPN, they'll build it to have good credit, and then they go get debt on the CPN. They go get loans, a car, a house, and then sometimes they don't pay it back. So sometimes it gets a bad rep, but it's just be ethical when when you use your CPN, is all. Thomas is asking, do we do credit sweeps? No, we don't do credit sweeps, or we don't do like done for you credit repair. We just have that DIY credit repair kit. We just sent the link out, and it also has how to remove inquiries in 48 hours and how to create your own CPN manual. Can the primary go on a CPN? Jessica is asking. No, unfortunately, we'll check to see if it's a CPN, but it's a deal killer. Like we can't do a CPN with the primary. Sorry. John is asking which tray lines are marked as ones that report to all three bureaus. So we don't have them necessarily marked. Sometimes they post to all three, and sometimes they just post to all two. I'm sorry, just to two. Let's see. What are your Lorraine is asking, what are your payment methods for the tray lines? So we have like you can just get our account number. It's like bank transfer, wire transfer. You could also deposit to our account. We also have like Bitcoin as well. If you want us to send us $200 of Bitcoin or something like that. We just don't provide paying in credit cards just because a few bad apples kind of ruined it for everybody doing fraud. So sorry about that. I think that's about all the questions. So if you guys have any last minute questions, let us know. No, Zelle, we were doing a million Zelle Zelle payments, and then Zelle shut us down. They said that they don't like that we're, Tradelines, they considered it a credit repair. And so they said that they don't allow credit repair. So they shut our Zelle account down. So sorry about that. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I know. Sucks. Eric's saying, so to be clear, we can use CPNs to apply for credit cards or loans. Yes, you can. It's gotten a little tougher over the years, but yeah, you can. Other than government loans. Yep, 100% spot on. Jessica is asking, do you have a DIY primary posting guide? No, sorry, we don't. Someone else is asking, do tray lines help if my credit is challenged? They do help, but I would repair your credit first before just adding trade lines, because at that point it's kind of just putting lipstick on a pig. It's not going to fix it. Like you say you go add 3 trade lines, but you have a bunch of negatives on your credit report, you're still not going to get a loan. So you got to fix those negatives first. So either go to a credit repair company, or we have that do-it-yourself credit repair kit, and you can do it yourself. Yeah, so someone else is saying the same thing. Definitely credit repair first. Your credit will not make sense. I agree. Cartina is asking payment methods again. So we accept bank transfer. You could deposit to our bank account, wire transfer, Bitcoin deposit, and we aren't allowing credit and debit card, unfortunately, because we had an issue a long time ago where we're getting people adding their tray lines. We're emailing them back and forth, and then they call in 30 days later saying it wasn't them. And I'm like, guys, we have email back and forth. David is asking, I didn't hear what you said about not doing primaries because of fraud. Not sure what you mean by that. I didn't hear what you said about not doing primaries because of fraud. I'm not too sure.
I think what you mean is, can a primer be added to a CPN maybe? If you want to
Clarify.
clarify.
Thomas is asking, will the VIP service take care of the DIY? No, I'm sorry. That's separate for sure. But so what Thomas, so we do have a VIP service, which it's basically $100. Say you buy 2 tray lines, it'll be $100 per tray line. But so we will make sure your tray line gets posted. We'll do the soft pull. We make sure we do it in the time frame, so you don't have to worry. And we only started that because people kept asking us for that. So we do have that. And it's just $100. So Thomas is asking, do we still have to pay the DIY payment for the info? Yeah, it's just because it was expensive to put all that stuff together, but it's just $79. It's honestly, that's a crazy deal. The DIY kit has all those letters. Basically anything like kind of like a credit repair service. You do it yourself, save thousands. And I'm giving you how to remove inquiries in 48 hours. Credit repair companies do charge for that. We've also been, because we did funding, we used to pay like $75 per inquiry to remove them. And then the other bonus, how to create your own CPN. And some people charge $200 to do that. And even if you own a credit repair company on here, if like those that own a credit repair company, you could even make more than one CPN for your clients. You know what I mean? So if you have multiple clients, you could charge them $100 to $200. So $79 for all this is like, if you really think about it, it's a crazy deal. And it really, this isn't what we sell. We sell tray lines, but we're just offering this because people ask. Let's see. Cool. I think that's definitely all the questions. Um, Thank you guys. And so we'll leave this open because we're going to look at the how do I, oh, so Cartina's asking, how do I become a VIP? So it's just, it's like a VIP service. So if, so say you buy a tray line for 300, there's a $300 tray line and you want that one. So it's just $100. So if you send $100 extra, we'll basically do everything for you. We make sure it gets posted. All we need is your credit login and we'll make sure everything gets posted. And then someone else is asking, do you know credit cards who are tray line friendly with CPNs? No, but I would just, if I were you, I would just Google it and just say tray line friendly or what credit cards can I apply with my CPN? That's what I would do. Yes, exactly, Epic. Okay, cool. Thank you guys. And we're gonna leave the chat open just to make sure that we are sending you guys the correct emails, those that were wanting, Texas Trey Lines or the different links or the replays. So we're gonna keep this open for a bit, but we're gonna close out the webinar. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome.